William Henry Harrison's presidency is often remembered for its brevity, lasting only 32 days before his untimely death. However, his rise to power, his famous campaign, and the lasting impact of his short tenure makes his story an essential piece of American history. Despite his brief time in office, Harrison's presidency set precedents and influenced the country in ways that extended far beyond his month-long term. Born in 1773, William Henry Harrison came from a distinguished political family. His father, Benjamin Harrison V, was a signer of the Declaration of Independence. Young Harrison initially pursued a career in medicine, but soon turned to the military, where he gained fame as a commander in conflicts with Native American tribes. His most notable victory came in 1811 at the Battle of Tippecanoe, where he defeated forces aligned with Shawnee leader Tecumseh, led by Tecumseh's brother Tenskwatawa. After his military career, Harrison served as the governor of the Indiana Territory, a congressman, a senator, and later the U.S. minister to Columbia. However, he remained best known for his military achievements, which would become central to his political rise. By 1840, the political landscape of the United States was shifting. The incumbent president, Martin Van Buren, faced economic struggles following the Panic of 1837. The Whig Party saw an opportunity to unseat him, and they rallied behind Harrison as their candidate. The election of 1840 was unlike any before it. The Whigs crafted a campaign that heavily relied on slogans, catchy songs, and mass rallies. Tippecanoe and Tyler too became a rallying cry, emphasizing Harrison's military past and promoting his running mate, John Tyler. The campaign also framed Harrison as a humble, common man, despite his aristocratic background, while portraying Van Buren as out of touch with the average citizen. Harrison's supporters popularized the image of him living in a log cabin and drinking hard cider, reinforcing his appeal to frontier voters. Harrison won in a landslide, becoming the 9th president of the United States. His victory was seen as a mandate for Whig policies and a rejection of Van Buren's Democratic leadership. Harrison was sworn into office on March 4, 1841. Determined to prove his strength and endurance at age 68, the oldest president at the time, he delivered the longest inaugural address in U.S. history. The speech lasted nearly 2 hours, consisting of over 8,400 words. More concerningly, he did so without a hat or coat in the cold, wet weather. Shortly after the inauguration, Harrison fell ill. Initially, his condition seemed mild, but it worsened quickly. By the end of March, he was experiencing chills, fever, and a persistent cough. On April 4, 1841, just 1 month after taking office, he succumbed to pneumonia. His death marked the first time a sitting U.S. president had died in office, throwing the nation into uncharted constitutional territory. Harrison's sudden death raised immediate concerns about presidential succession. The Constitution was vague on whether the vice president would assume full presidential powers or merely serve in an acting capacity. John Tyler, Harrison's vice president, set a crucial precedent by asserting that he was now the full-fledged president, rather than just an acting leader. This decision, later formalized in the 25th Amendment, clarified the line of succession for future administrations. Though his presidency was brief, Harrison's election campaign forever changed how presidents would run for office. The use of catchy slogans, mass political rallies, and the crafting of a relatable candidate image became staples of American politics. His death also emphasized the need for clear procedures regarding presidential succession, shaping constitutional interpretations for generations to come. William Henry Harrison's presidency may have lasted only 32 days, but its impact was far-reaching. From the evolution of campaign strategies to the precedent-setting response to a president's death in office, Harrison's brief time in the White House left a lasting mark on American governance. While he never had the opportunity to implement his policies, his story remains a fascinating chapter in U.S. history, one of ambition, tragedy, and unintended consequences.